Ketan, so while I'll be sharing his professional background and his skill sets, what I would like to share here is that in all the multiple interactions that I've had with Ketan, like the spirit to really move lives and the spirit to really transform lives, that is one thing that was really coming out in all the interactions. Though they were very brief, but the heart was clearly coming out. With that background, I will quickly share. So Ketan brings rich and versatile experience of over 18 years from sales, marketing, and training. He has already trained for more than 20,000 hours and 1,55,000 plus participants in the last many years. His basic philosophy is success is not what you get, it's what you become. Ketan has trained officers from 42 plus government organizations across India, and he is probably one of the only trainers to get this opportunity. He is passionate about training and decided to move to insurance training in April 2008. He worked with Max New York Live for 2.5 years at that time. He recently appeared twice on IB and Lokmat for a talk show, Talk Time, guiding how to begin a new year, career guidance for students, and a 2-hour live student guidance workshop on Hathway Utsav, which was telecasted pan Maharashtra. Training students is his passion, and he has interacted with 20,000 plus students on various platforms: HR College, Somaya College, NM, Kirti College, Sangamner College of vocational course, Soni College Solapur are some of the places where he has guided students to take their career on the right path. His program for Kids of Mumbai Police of 9th and 11th was inaugurated by CP Mumbai Shree S.K. Jaiswal and Srimati Amrita Fadnavis and was highly appreciated. Ketan has conducted many training programs for clients across India and also Middle East. He's done his graduation in Masters from Institute of Science in Organic Chemistry. Further, he did his Master in Management Studies in Marketing from MET Institute of Management. So on that note, I would like to invite Ketan and share his thoughts on goal setting.
Thank you, Asim. Thank you so much. Okay, let me check whether I'm able to share my screen. Okay, my screen is visible?
Yes,
it's
Ketan,
visible.
it is.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was just checking it. Fantastic. And I'm really honored to be on this platform. Okay, you all are doing a wonderful work, and with all our corona warriors, you are also a part of that that community who is standing across the world to help humanity to sustain. Okay, so I really appreciate what you're doing. I thank Asim sir for giving me this opportunity. Okay, he gave me a topic which is very close to my heart, and that's all about goal setting and habits. When he was introducing me, he spoke about something which is very close to my heart, and that's my definition of success. Okay, generally, I have two definitions of success. First one is success is a journey; it's not a destination. Okay, so we keep moving and we keep enjoying the journey, forgetting about the destination. That's the first one, which is absolutely contrary to the goal setting, but still I love that. And the second one, which is very, very important, that success is not what you get, but what you become. Okay, eventually you might not reach your goal, but in the process, what transformation you achieve, that is the most important thing. Okay, and from that perspective, I'm going to cover today's session. Thank you, Gini Madam. I can see you clapping. Okay, lovely. I think we are already live on Facebook. Yeah.
Yes, that's right, Ketan. Yeah. You're live on Facebook now.
Yeah. And I'm not able to see any comments from here, but definitely, if you find any relevant comment, any question, I would request you, Asim sir, just give it to me, and I would like to answer that maybe at the end. That's fine.
Yes, let's go ahead.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so let me start the session. Okay. So, for goal setting, this is a very powerful statement by Napoleon Hill, written almost 100 years back. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Okay, so we conceive a lot of things. We want a lot of things in our life, and definitely we want to achieve also a lot of things. But the whole challenge is to build that belief that we can achieve it. Okay, so I want to ask all of you, from where does the belief comes, that we can achieve something or we can't achieve something? From where does we get this belief? Anybody?
Comes from our own mind.
Yeah, it comes from our mind. Okay, so, but from where does it come to our mind that we can do something or we can't do something?
And I'm totally convinced.
Okay, so when are you totally convinced?
I'm totally
from
convinced.
Where do you get that conviction?
I believe it when I experience the truth.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so let me not stretch it further. Yeah, absolutely right. Okay, so first one is past experience. Okay, so if I have conducted this kind of trainings maybe 500 times, that I know I'll deliver it. Okay, I have that confidence from my past experience. Second, very very important piece which gives you belief is your surroundings. Okay, 6th May 1954, Roger Bannister crossed the 1 mile race in less than 4 minutes. Okay? He completed that race in 3 minutes, 59 seconds and 40 milliseconds. Okay? Till that time, no human has achieved that feat. But the day he crossed that, from that time till today, more than 2,700 people have achieved, because now he is giving that confidence to us that if I can do it, we all can do it. Okay, and that's very very important to have right kind of people in our association. And I'm very happy all of you are right association and doing great things for society. I was there as a fly on the wall from 11 o'clock, so I was listening all the discussions which are happening, and you all are doing a great job. Okay, so first is your experience, second is definitely your surrounding, your environment, and third is meticulous planning. Okay? So if you want to reach somewhere in three years, okay, you have to be clear where in 2 years, where in 1 year, where in 9 months, 6 months, 3 months, 1 month, and maybe in 1 week and 1 day. If that route is clear in your mind, then you have a very clear conviction that I'll be able to achieve whatever I want. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so let me get along with my presentation. World has completely changed. Now there are two different worlds. Okay, first is pre-corona, and now definitely another world which is emerging once we knew about corona. Okay, we have not completely got rid of it, but once we came to know about corona, industries have changed the way they operate, and we all are experiencing this. Working style has changed. Okay, I'm working for last 20 years, and I hardly remember a time in my career where for last 8 months I'm sitting in a room in my studio, a light, a camera, okay, a headphone, microphone, my laptop, and I have delivered more than 200 sessions just sitting in this chair.
He's talking very well.
Very 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 different, very very different thing which has happened to us. Maybe we have spent much more time with our family during this time, but the way we used to deliver things have completely changed. As Asim sir was introducing me, I have trained now more than 2.5 lakh participants, pan India, pan Asia. I do a lot of things in trainings in Dubai also. I always believe that if I have to have an impact, then I have to be in front of my audiences. Okay, I generally have 100 people sitting in front of me from 10 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock in the evening, and I am just infusing a lot of energy, enthusiasm, and exuberance into them. And that's what I felt. For last 12 years, that was my belief system. That if I have to get result, this is the way I have to work. But Corona has changed that completely. Now I know that even if I'm sitting here in a room with my laptop, I can have impact across the globe. Our working style has completely changed. Family time has changed. Okay, changed for better. Again, I don't remember spending so much of time with my family in my entire career. Expenses are down for the better. Okay, no restaurants, no shopping malls. So where are you going to do lot of expenses? Expenses are down. We are only stuck to our necessities. The way we get education has completely changed. Okay, very very important. Okay, prior to this, we always thought that education has to happen in a particular way, but now the paradigm is opening, and there are a lot of other ways where we are getting education. Entertainment has changed. Now everything is on your mobile or on your TV. There is no other entertainment left. Social interactions have changed. Okay, in last 8 months, there are no marriages, no birthdays. Even even no funerals for that matter. We lost many celebrities, but they could be accompanied only by 20-25 people, not more than that. Okay, that is what is happening, and all the interactions are now, social interactions are only on social media, and I'm sure you agree with that. Food has changed. Okay, a lot of junk has gone out, and a lot of healthy food has come in. Pollution dropped by great extent. Okay, somebody was referring that Delhi has experienced lowest temperature in October in last 26 years. Okay, and that is because the level of pollution has gone down, so the nature is coming back. Okay, and I call this as an ego slap by nature. Nature told us that, if you're not ready to stop, I'll do something to stop you. And all these places where we have invaded, where we have encroached these places, we are coming back. They are coming back and reclaiming their land. That is what is happening. Our priorities have changed. Okay, maybe 8 months back, our priorities were my business, my growth, and all other things. Suddenly, my priority is my life, my family is my home. Okay, I'm sure all of you agree to this. Okay, health consciousness has changed. I don't think I have washed my hands. The number of times I have washed my hands in last 8 months, I must have not washed it in last 8 years for sure. Okay, this consciousness has changed. Anybody without mask, we look at him with suspicion. Okay, we are so conscious of everything, what we are eating, what we are touching. That health consciousness has completely changed, and I think changed for better. And now the most important statement: what brought us here may not be sufficient. What brought us here may not be sufficient to take on the battle which future is imposing on us. Okay, it is going to be the survival of quickest and the fittest. It is going to be the survival of quickest and the fittest. And whatever may be your age at this point of time, you have to keep reiterating to yourself that today is the first day of rest of my life. It doesn't matter what happened till yesterday. Today is the first day of rest of my life. And only then, we'll be able to come in terms with our future. Do you agree? Yeah, let me go ahead. Okay, so this is another very important statement. If we keep doing the same things, we'll keep getting the same results. If we keep doing the same things, we'll keep getting the same results. If we want something new, then definitely, we have to do something new. We have to be something new, and we have to be with somebody new. That's how the things are going to change in coming future. Okay. Let's see what all have changed. I don't know which industries you belong to. Okay, but job market has completely changed. Okay, I read a report early in May that US is going to lose around 4.5 crore jobs in 2020, and the world estimate is more than 20 crore jobs. Okay, and the impact is very deepening. The retail market has changed. We are still waiting for all malls and other things to get open. Travel is impacted in a very big way. $1 trillion industry into shambles. Tourism very badly impacted. Hospitality. Okay, most of our 3-star and 5-star hotels are still helping only COVID warriors. Okay, they are not able to start their businesses. Automotive gone down. 1 month in the history of Maruti, it has never happened. They reported a 0 vehicle sale. In the month of May, I guess. Cinema yet to open, completely gone down. Logistics, except essential, is in a very bad shape. Local transport, with a few relaxation, it has started operating. Still, trains are not working. Restaurants not back in business. Okay, luxury products, everything which is luxury is out, and anything which is necessity is in. So all those who are in these businesses will still suffer for a very long time. Live sports, okay, sports started happening like IPL, but no visitors, no public viewing them. Real estate, very bad shape. Oil and gas hit the lowest in the history. Construction, very bad shape. Okay, events and conferences, for people like me, who used to do a lot of events and conferences, we don't know when we will go back and start hitting our stage. Till that time, we are in our room. Tech and gadgets, everything which is expensive in technology is at the back burner. People are not investing on these things. Okay, automotive manufacturing hit very, very badly. Okay, so this is what has lost the shin in last 8 months. I'm sure all of you agree. And now look at some winning industries. Okay? And one of the industry which is coming up very well is digital products. Okay? And I want all of you to think about that. Whatever you have, which can be documented and can be used to teach others, has a great future now. Okay, people want to learn from your experiences, but unfortunately, people are not documenting their experiences. Very, very bad. Okay, very, very bad. When Gautam Buddha was leaving this world, one of his students came and asked, you are not there from tomorrow. Who will solve my problems? And then Gautam Buddha said, Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami, and Sangam Sharanam Gacchami. He said, if you're not finding me, find another Buddha. He said, if I don't get anybody, then he said, Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami. Okay, I've already documented everything. Just go and read that. Unfortunately, a lot of businesses don't do this. And that's where, a lot of problems start happening. And today, there is a great opportunity. If we really want to create an impact and help people who are trying to follow our footsteps, then we need to document a lot of things that will help them. And he said, Sangam Sharanam Gacchami, create people who understand your philosophy, and that can only be done if you actually document everything. Very, very important. Okay. Gig economy, fiber economy. Okay. Now people who have lost jobs, they will be contractual workers. Okay. They will keep doing the same thing for their organizations, but organizations will not take them on payroll. It will be do the job, get the money, go. It's like Uber and Ola. Take me from destination 1 to destination 2. I'll pay you for what you have done. I don't want to take responsibility of the car, of the driver, and the maintenance. That is what is happening in the future. Stock market investing, people who understand made a lot of money in last 8 months. Okay. Home gardening and hydroponics. Okay. All the fear of viruses. People want to grow their vegetables in their gallery, in their balcony. Okay. Online coaching and teaching coming up very big way. Okay. Mental health. Okay. And I can see that this is the biggest problem. People who are able to take care of their mental health, they are able to fight this pandemic in a very, very powerful way compared to all others. People who suffered a lot, they were weak mentally. That was the big problem. Okay. Alternative medicines, great, and India is at the forefront at providing alternative medicines, and we are doing great globally in this area. So if you are anyhow related to this, you are in great shape. Gaming, okay, since you can't go out, there's nothing to do. A lot of games on the rise. Okay, healthcare, of course, I don't have to tell you about that. And a lot of data sciences like artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, machine learning are on the rise. And finally, spiritual science. Okay, people want to ask this question: who am I? Why this is happening to me? And why this is happening to the world? And all these answers are here, in your spirituality. So this is also on the rise. Maybe people have become more spiritual in last 8 months. Okay, so this is the background which is happening. Okay, and at this point of time, what happens is people have to learn how to handle change. Okay, and whenever a sudden, unexpected, and a drastic change happens, okay, this is how everything changes. Okay, the moment people are hit with change, the first reaction is shock and denial. The first reaction is shock and denial. Okay, to understand this more clearly, you can go back to 8th November 2017, when at 8 p.m. in the evening, our dear PM came and he said, Mitro, 500 and 1000 notes are not valid from tomorrow. Okay, demonetization is a great example. And when it was announced, people went into shock and then said denial. Nahi ho sakta. Rumor hai, somebody is doing it. Okay. Once they understood that it has actually happened, then they get into anger. Okay, same thing. Okay, initially when it was coming, people are saying India mein kuch nahi ho sakta. Okay, we live in such a conditions. Ye corona hamara kuch nahi kar sakta. Nothing will happen to us. Okay, but then it hit us. Then there was a major lockdown, and then people started getting angry because all their dreams or their plans were into shambles. Then they start bargaining. Okay, thoda yahan ka, thoda wahan ka, we will try to adjust. Okay, so people get into bargaining, and after that, when they realize it is still not going away, okay, they start getting into depression. They are at the lowest level of their energy, and then somebody comes and tell you that now you have to live with it. It is not going away. You have to start adapting to it. And that's where they start accepting it. Okay, so this is generally the energy curve through which people go. Okay, there's first shock and denial, then a lot of anger, then try to bargain, then get into depression, then they come into acceptance and keep moving ahead. Okay. Now, what is the beauty? How fast can we go from shock and denial to acceptance? Okay. How fast can we go from the shock and denial to acceptance is going to decide how fast we are able to adapt to this change. Do you think this is powerful? This is very powerful. Okay. And if you understand this, then whatever I'm going to share with you in next 20-25 minutes will make a lot of sense to you, because now I've given you a background, why I'm sharing what I'm sharing. So let's get into this. Okay. So how to manage change? Okay. If you really want to achieve your goals in this uncertain pandemic times, then you should be able to manage these 3 C's. Okay. And let me give you the first C, and the C is clarity. Okay. You need a lot of clarity to handle this kind of changes. Okay. And one of my favorite statements, I always say, when the destination is clear, decisions are automatic. When the destination is clear, decisions are automatic. Okay. So, I want to have a cup of tea. Okay. Imagining that, tapris have started operating. Okay. And I know where the tapri is. Okay. So I get up from my place, go to the tapri, ask for tea, have it. Okay. And my goal is achieved. Why? Because I had the desire, I took action. But the most important thing is the destination between me and the tapri was very clear in my mind. When the destination is clear, decision is automatic. Suppose you are somewhere where you don't know the place and you still have that urge to have that tea. Now what you have to do? You have to keep asking, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? And that's how you will keep going and keep searching for whatever you want. But if the destination is clear, all the decisions will become automatic. So now let me come back to what I'm sharing. Okay. So first thing, which you have to tell yourself that I want to utilize this downtime for my, what is that thing which you want to conquer in this downtime? Okay. In a confrontation between water and a rock, water always wins, not because of the strength, but only because of consistency. So what are you going to do consistently? Let's say, for next 100 days, situation is not going to come back to normal. Okay. There are still, a lot of time we will be confined somewhere. So do you have something in your mind where you say that, I want to work on these areas to take myself from point A to point B. Okay. And what is that? The first thing you have to decide is, what is that knowledge which you want to acquire in current situation? And if you feel that if you're able to get this knowledge, you will be far better positioned for your future. Okay. So first is knowledge. Second is definitely attitude. Okay. What kind of attitude you need to develop in coming times so that you'll be able to look at the situation more positively, in a more opportunistic way, and you can take maximum benefit out of it. Pessimist is the person who finds a problem in an opportunity, whereas opportunistic is a person who finds opportunity in a problem. Okay. So if you develop that kind of attitude, things are going to change. Okay. And how do you develop your attitude? I'll come to that. Okay. When I go ahead. Okay. Third, very, very important is skills required. Okay. And this is one of my favorite area. I do a lot of trainings for a lot of departments. And this is one thing which I keep sharing very, very regularly. There are two kinds of skills, technical skills and behavioral skills. In the beginning of your career, 90 to 95% of your career will depend upon your technical skills. But as you keep growing, okay, technical skills become less relevant and your behavioral skills will start becoming more relevant. Okay. So in this uncertain times, are you working to take your behavioral skills to the next level? Of course, the first one is communication skills. Okay. हिंदी में बहुत अच्छी कहावत है, बोलने वाले की मिट्टी भी बिकती है, नहीं बोलने वाले का सोना भी पड़ा रहता है. Okay. So what are you doing to take your communication to the next level? Okay. And communication generally happens at the three very, very important levels. Okay. First is communication with yourself, self-talk. Okay. And in goal setting, self-talk plays a very vital role, very, very vital role. Okay. So self-talk. Second, very important is, communication with others. In that one-to-one, one-to-many, and one-to-too-many. What are you doing to take your communication to the next level? And if you're not able to express, then you're not able to impress. Very, very important. And third is your ability to listen. Okay. So we listen with our ears, More than that, we listen with our eyes, and more than that, we listen with our heart. Okay. So what are you doing consciously to take your communication to the next level in this time? And believe me, if you work onto this, once you are out from this abnormal situation, you will be far ahead compared to all other people who have not worked on their communication. So first is communication skill. Second, leadership skill. Okay. Leader is a person who creates his own replacement. I shared that in the beginning also. Okay. Leader is a person who creates his own replacement. So what are you doing to replace all the inconsequential tasks, giving it to others so that you are able to focus more on productive tasks, which will give you more leverage? Very, very important. Okay. And the next definition of leadership, which I like, is leader is a person who knows the way, then goes the way, and then shows the way. He knows the way, he has walked on that path, and now he's telling others, come back, I know where I'm going, where I can take you. Very, very important. Okay. So first is communication, second is leadership. Third one is delegation. Okay. So delegating things to others and getting it done in given time, of given quality, without disturbing relationship with given resources. If you are able to achieve this, then you are a good delegator. Otherwise, you start becoming an alligator. Okay. So communication, leadership, delegation. Fourth one is planning. People don't plan to fail, but they fail to plan. Okay. How far can you plan? Can you plan for a day, for a week, for a month, for a year, for life? How long can you plan? That will give you more clarity, because when the destination is clear, decisions are automatic. Very, very important. Okay. Next is decision-making skills. Okay. What are you doing, to taking your decision-making skill to a next level? Another very important skill. And in this time, it is even become, more crucial and critical. Okay. Team building skill. Another very important skill. Okay. And, finally, your creativity and imagination. Are you spending some time to build your creativity and imagination? Okay. If we start spending some time, you can do a simple exercise, write down all these skills and rate your self on a scale of 1 to 10. Let's say in communication, you feel you are at 5. Now ask yourself, what can I do to take it from 5 to 7 in next 100 days? That becomes your goal setting. Very, very important. As a leader, where do you rate yourself? And you find lacunas in this area. What can you do to take your leadership from 5 to 7, 7 to 9? Okay. And that becomes your goal setting. Very, very important. Okay. Do you feel whatever I'm sharing making sense? Yes. Thank you, Gaurang. Let me go ahead. Okay. So skills required. Next one is habits. Okay. I'm not talking about habit here in great detail, because I have a complete session ahead of this where I talk about a lot of habits, which I'm passionately pursuing maybe for last 8 to 9 years. And that has given me tremendous benefits, when it comes to my energy, my conviction, my confidence, my communication. I can attribute all to, these habits. And I really want to share that with you, and through Rotary with the world. I know you will help me to reach these things to the world. Okay, let me go ahead. So first C was clarity. Then the second C is confidence. Okay, once you have clarity where you want to reach, okay, so decide in next 100 days, this knowledge I want to acquire, these habits I want to build, this skills I want to develop, this kind of attitude I want to develop. Okay, once you develop, then the next is confidence. Okay, so now from where you will get the confidence that you're going to achieve this? Of course, the first is experience. Okay, so evaluate your experience, and the best way to evaluate your experience is doing a SWOT analysis. Look at your strengths, look at areas of improvement, look at opportunity which the situation is imposing on you, and look at the threats which you have to take care now. Otherwise, they will gulp you. Okay, very, very important. Okay, and this is a very standard method, but that will tell you where are you standing and where you need to work. Okay, so SWOT analysis. Okay, the second E for confidence is environment. This is one of my favorite statements. Okay, I always say that 5 years from now, where you will be is decided by only 2 things. Okay, 5 years from now, where you will be is decided by only 2 things: the books you read and people you associate. Okay, so are you reading right books? Okay, I have a community of 5,000 people on my Facebook, which is called as Mission Online Swarajya. You can see my logo also. Okay, so it is called as Mission Online Swarajya. And in Mission Online Swarajya, every Monday we have a transformation book series. Okay, I think for last 27 weeks, I'm giving them a book. All my community members have to create a video of 3 to 4 minutes in Marathi, because there is nothing available in Marathi. So they come and they create a book summary and they share it with everybody. Okay, And people who are doing it consistently for last 26, 27 weeks, I can see transformation happening in them. I can see their confidence going to a next level. I can see their communication improving. Okay, very, very important, very, very important. And Asim sir, if you want, I have whole list of more than 100 books which I can share with you, and you can have a system in Rotary where somebody can come and discuss a book for 3 to 5 minutes. It will have a very different impact on the entire environment. I can definitely tell you that. Okay, so let me go ahead. Okay, environment. And the third one is detailed planning. Okay, if you are able to plan it meticulously, you will be able to achieve it. Okay, as I told you, people don't plan to fail, but they fail to plan. Okay, are you planning it in depth? Okay, and the most important thing when you're planning, you have to look at it. You take care of smaller chunk sizes. Okay, with yard it is hard, with inch it is always a cinch. Okay, if you're able to divide it down to a daily level, it is great. Okay, I used to be a trainer with Max New York Life. Okay, I don't know how many of you have any dealing with insurance companies, but there is an award called as MDRT, $1 Million Round Table, which people receive if they achieve particular business. It's 36 lakhs of premium and 8 lakh rupees of commission if they achieve. That used to be. Now I've left that industry 10 years back. So how do you know that from January 1st to 31st you achieve that? 36 lakhs is a big ask for them. So we have given them a very simple formula. It is called as 5/3 and 10/10. Okay, every morning at 10 o'clock you have to call 10 people, take 3 appointments. Every day you have to meet 3 people, get 5 referrals from them. If you keep doing this for 365 days, you will be an MDRT. Okay, we're able to divide it into such a small chunk that we are very clear. We don't have to win over a year. We just have to win over a day. Every night before I sleep, I have to tell me whether I'm a winner or a loser. That's it. And if that keeps happening, things are in a very different perspective. Okay, so detailed planning. So this was about confidence. Okay, and the third one, okay, which is the most important element in goal setting, is consistency. Okay, so let me go ahead. In a confrontation between water and a rock, water always wins, not because of the strength, but only because of consistency. Okay. So first thing which you need to decide at this point of time is 5 things in a day. 5 things in a day. Okay. And let me elaborate this. There's a wonderful book by Dr. Edward Hallowell, and the name of the book is The Success Strategies for Crazy Busy People. Okay? Success Strategies for Crazy Busy People. And in that book, Dr. Edward Hallowell says that, whenever in doubt, go back to basics. And what's the basics? He says, just ask yourself this, a very simple and a basic question. What are those 5 things which I'm not doing currently? Which are those 5 things which I'm not doing currently? But if I start doing it from today for next 1000 days, okay, but if I start doing them today for next 1000 days, then it's going to have a very significant and a profound impact on my overall life, productivity, career, and relationship. Very, very powerful question. Okay, maybe you're not doing exercise regularly at this point of time. Do you want to initiate it? If you're not reading something for self-development regularly, do you want to initiate it? Okay, if you're not meditating regularly, do you want to initiate it? If you're not self-appreciating yourself every day, do you want to initiate it? If you're not doing self-introspection regularly, do you want to initiate it? Very, very important. Very, very important. Okay, so I leave it to you. Okay, you have to decide on these 5 things. Now, what is the basic? All these 5 things should happen in less than an hour. Okay, it should not take more than an hour. Otherwise, you'll not be able to do it daily. Okay, so 5 things in a day to be done every, within an hour. Next question is 5 things in a week. There are certain things which you are not able to do every day. But you can definitely do it, once a week. Okay, maybe going to a temple, maybe doing a detailed planning for the week. Okay, maybe spending some quality time with the family, maybe enjoying one of your hobbies, which you can do, only once a week. Okay, so what are those 5 things? And the next question is 5 things in a month. Things which are not possible daily or weekly, but you can surely do it monthly, so that it will have a great impact on your life. Okay, do you think these questions are very, very powerful? Yes. Thank you. Okay, and now let me give you, some daily rituals which I am following for a pretty long time. Okay. So the first ritual is, of course, gratitude. The moment you open your eyes, thank God for showing you this day. Okay? Because there were a lot of people who were smarter than you, mightier than you, wealthier than you, experienced than you, but they could not see this morning because he has called them back. He has shown you this day because there is something important which is still pending. So we have to use all our energies, wisdom, and wit to ensure that we use this day to the best of our extent. Very, very important. Once you express this gratitude, suddenly you start looking at your day in a very different manner. Okay, then start thanking all the people who have helped you to reach to this level. Okay? I've learned something today morning, which says that you have to start praying for all the people who have helped you to reach where you have reached, and for that you have to know what are their goals, and then you have to start praying to God, help them achieve their goals, because if they are happy, I'll be automatically happy. Very, very powerful. Okay, so start start doing it for them. Once you are complete with our gratitude, it just takes 2 to 3 minutes first thing in the morning. The second thing you must do is read your goals. Very, very important. We can live without a food for days. We can for months actually. We can live without water for days. We can live without air for minutes, but we can't live without hope even for a second. And what goal does is it gives us a hope that our tomorrow is going to be better than our today. Okay, so you have to have a list of at least 10 to 20 goals which you keep reiterating to yourself, reaffirming yourself that this is what I'm living for, and that will give you a different energy and inspiration. Okay, I have a completely different training for this. Maybe I'll cover that in another session completely onto this, but that's very, very important. Okay, third is physical exercise. Okay, how many of you regularly do physical exercise in the morning? Raise your hands. Let me see. Okay. Good. Thank you. Okay. Very, very important. Okay. And just do anything what you like. Okay. Just get out of your bed and do one thing which you like. Okay. What I would suggest, currently there are a lot of pedometer kind of apps, which measure your steps, and you should have a goal to walk at least 10,000 steps every day to take all the toxins out of your body throughout the day. Very, very important. Okay. Once you're done with your physical exercise, the next one is mental exercise. And currently there are so much of material which is available, anything which inspire you. Okay, so this is one app which I like. It is called a snaptube. Okay, it is available on Google Chrome. It is not available in Play Store. You can go to Google Store. Okay, download this app. Okay, and in this app you can download all YouTube videos in an audio form. Okay, you can download videos in an audio form, and when you are taking your morning walk, you can start listening to something very, very powerful. Another way is you can subscribe to Audible. Audible is by Kindle or Amazon, and it costs you 299 rupees per month membership, and you can virtually have any book. They have millions of books in their bookstore. You can subscribe to that. Plus, in 139 rupees you can have YouTube Premium. With YouTube Premium, you will be able to close your screen, and still the audio will keep running for your videos, and you can start learning a lot of things. Okay, just go and search for audiobook summaries, and most of the times you will get all self-development books which will give you a lot of energy. You will get physically, mentally charged, and I can guarantee you this one habit can change everything for you. Just imagine, first thing in the morning you are expressed your gratitude, then you read your goals, you have moved out of your bed and you started walking or running, whatever you want to do, and with that you're listening something very, very powerful, so you're physically and mentally completely charged. Once you're done this, the fifth ritual is meditation. Of course, there's a very famous quote by Swami Vivekananda. He says that when you pray you talk to God, but when you meditate you listen to him. When you pray you talk to God, but when you pray you listen to him. Very, very powerful. Okay, so do it daily, at least twice a day. Okay? These are the only 3 prerequisites when you do meditation: somewhat hungry, somewhat tired, and dead to the world. Very, very powerful. And I have a 12-minute meditation music which I have shared with more than 2 lakh people. I'll share that with Asim sir, and you can have that. It is in my Google Drive, so I'll share the link with you, and you can start meditating with that link. Very, very important. Okay. 12 minutes daily, twice a day will transform the way you think. It is very powerful. Okay. Once all this is over, the sixth ritual is, let me ask you a question. Okay. Where do you keep your money? Where do you keep your clothes? Where do you keep your food? And the final question, where do you keep your thoughts? You get 60,000 thoughts in a day. Okay. Out of that, few are very, very critical and important. And the most important thing is you should have a habit to pen down all those thoughts. Okay. So the sixth ritual is pen down all your thoughts. And just imagine, first thing in the morning, you have expressed your gratitude, read your goals, listened to something inspiring, you're meditated. Now when you sit, your subconscious will start telling you, this is what you need to do first. This is what is important. This you have to do it this week, at any cost. Okay, because your mind is clear. There is no clutter. You're not influenced by the outside world. Whatever is coming from within, and it gives you tremendous clarity. Just pen down whatever the golden nuggets which are coming out of your subconscious. Just note them down and see the power. Okay, there will be certain things which you will be able to do on that particular day. At the same time, there are certain things which you will be doing in that week or a month. Keep them aside, okay, and start planning for them. Seventh ritual is, of course, self-appreciation. Look into the mirror once you're back from your morning walk and meditation. Look at yourself and smile. Very, very important. I want all of you to smile now. Just give me a good smile. Thank you. Okay. And then appreciate yourself for at least one great thing which you've done, maybe from the morning or from yesterday, and pat your back. Very, very important. Very, very important. The most important thing is your self-image. Okay. And as you keep appreciating yourself, keep reiterating yourself that you're doing a lot of good things. The world needs you. Your self-image keeps going up. And the ultimate of self-image is where you feel I can achieve anything in this world. But for that to happen, you have to take out all the weeds and keep planting what will nurture your self-image. Very, very important. Okay. Keep telling yourself you're the best. Okay. And the last ritual is, of course, self-introspection. Socrates has said this: an unexamined life is not worth living. Okay. If you're not re-evaluating your experiences and trying to find out what life is teaching you, then you are wasting a lot of valuable information. Okay. So basic self-introspection questions, before you sleep, just sit quietly, just run through your mind everything that happens throughout the day and try to answer these basic empowering questions. First one thing which gave you maximum satisfaction and learning. Okay, just look at your day and tell yourself, what is that one thing which gave you maximum satisfaction and learning? And second, what is that one thing which happened today and it will not happen again? Very powerful questions. Okay, again, not given by me, given by Socrates. Okay, one thing which gave you maximum satisfaction and learning, and one thing which happened today will not happen again. Just document it for next 100 days. Let's take it a challenge to do it till 1st January. I'm telling you, if you just go back and read this, you will know yourself much more than what you've learned about yourself in the last 10 years. That is my experience, and that is the experience of my students. Very, very powerful. Okay, note it in a separate diary and keep reviewing it. And I can assure you, if you do it for next 100 days, okay, you'll learn a lot about yourself. Very, very powerful. And this is a final closing statement, which I want to give it to you. This is by Carl Jung. He says, one who looks outside dreams, but one who looks inside is awakened. Very, very powerful. Thank you. So I'm open to any questions you have before we close this meeting. Once again, thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. Azim sir, I'm open for questions.
Thank you, Ketan. Thank you for a wonderful presentation and the talk. I'd like to now invite members to raise any questions if they have, please. Feel free to unmute yourself and ask any questions. Thank you. Ketan, I have a question, in fact, before anybody asks. I just wanted to ask a question. It's not a question, it's actually, we spoke about the past experiences. And
Yeah.
what we have come to realize is what we plan for maybe 5 years' time is irrelevant today because the time span has become so short because you don't know
Right.
what changes tomorrow. Now, in that scenario, your planning has to be very uh, flexible. It cannot be rigid like it used to be in the olden days when you took things for granted and you know that things are going to remain that way. Because the environment was, or the universe was like that when we were in that kind of environment. But now things are changing. You know, one day we have 9/11, the other day we have SARS, the third day we have MERS, and the fourth day, and now we have COVID, and we don't know what is going to be the next. So all the plannings that we do in life or at workplace for the next 5 years are actually irrelevant as of today, and everything has to be rewritten. In that scenario, I think the change becomes, the adaptability to change becomes even faster. What are your
Absolutely.
views on that? Because planning, that's what's been we've been taught from the childhood, that you have to plan, 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 plan. Right from the childhood, we were told you have to plan your ambition, you have to plan your career. But as we enter into life, everything is like an experience and changes the direction whenever we come to any crossroads. So what's your view on that?
Absolutely. Exactly. Thank you so much. It's a wonderful question. See, I'll tell you, every time in your life, you have two options in front of you. One that will take you towards your goal, and one that will take you away from your goal. Now, the most important thing, what goal setting and planning does it forces you to choose the option which will at least take you towards your goal. So you're not drifting. Okay. Now that's the biggest problem with 98% of the people. For 3 months they are going in one direction. Suddenly they feel that nothing is working. Then they're moving again in another direction, and eventually after 3 to 4 years they find themselves in the same place because they are not moving. Okay, they're stuck. But people who are at least clear, they keep moving at least in an inch in that direction. I like that quote by Martin Luther King. He says, fly in the direction of your goals. If you can't, then run. If you can't, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But keep moving an inch away in the direction of your goals, because success is not what you get, but what you become. So eventually, life is preparing you. Okay, whatever clarity you have, whatever goals are clear, just keep pushing. And once you do that self introspection, it will ask you, are you chasing the right goal? If not, what you want to do a course correction so that you can use the best of your ability what you have developed. Okay, and then you start connecting the dots, and then you realize, if I look at my career, I did MSc organic, then I did MBA marketing, then I started my career into sales, then I was into marketing, I was a global product manager handling India plus Asia way back in 2008. Then somebody came and told me that you're not meant for this, get into training. I joined Max New York Life, worked for 2.5 years. 2010 I left my job, started training. In last 10 years, as I told you, I'm going to 45 government departments. I go to 3 jails. Okay, Tihar, Yadaura, Nagpur jail, and I'm dealing with all the inmates and the officers. I do a lot of training for Maharashtra police, and suddenly I look at it, why all these things are happening. I've done my MSc organic, I've done my MBA marketing, and what am I doing in my life? And then I suddenly realized, what is my bigger purpose? I still remember 2006 when I was giving my interview, when the interviewer asked me, what are your top 3 goals? And I just, blurted them. Okay. And I told him, my biggest dream is whenever I go out, from this world, when I pass, I want 2 lakh people to attend my funeral. And he was taken by shock. Arey, kya bol raha hai ye? Second, I want to be trustee of Siddhivinayak Temple by 2026, and then 100 crore company before 2026. Okay, so these were the 3 goals. Now, when I look at, maybe my means have changed. I was doing a lot of offline training. Now I'm doing online, but my destination is pushing me every day, which is very clear in my mind. So I can change the means, but I should not change, my ultimate inspiration, which is driving me. That's what I feel, Asim.
Thank you, Ketan. Thanks for that insightful
Thank
answer.
you.
Anybody else, please feel free to ask a question.
Hi, Naveen. Ketan, amazing presentation.
Thank you.
I just want to say something about reaching your goals. I am a devotee and a student of Swami Chinmayanand since last many years, studying Vedanta. And one thing which has stuck in my mind regarding planning or having goals is what Gurudev Swami Chinmayanand has always said. He says, plan out your work and work out your plans.
Super.
It's very, very simple. And secondly, he says the best way to quantify what you have done during the day is keep your mind and your attention on your hands. So if you do these two things in normal circumstances, you keep going forward and there's very little chance of your falling out.
Super.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Wow, those were very inspiring words. And once again, Ketan, thanks for a wonderful presentation. It was very insightful, very intriguing, as a matter of fact. I would now request Gawand to please propose a vote of thanks to our speaker today.
Thank you, Naveenji, for that. So, Ketan, thank you very much. I think more than COVID and Corona, it is your energy and enthusiasm that is infectious and that has won over this forum today.
Thank you.
Everyone has really enjoyed it. I can see a few comments coming in through the chat as well. So your energy, enthusiasm itself is a big motivation for anyone that you interact with. So thank you very much for that to begin with. And of course, you detailed out all that you were presenting and also gave us those small techniques of how to go about doing it, how to build confidence, how to be consistent, how to follow rituals. So yes, thank you. You know, people always say that you should do this, you should do that, but then they miss out on how to go about doing those things. And you went about explaining that in your enthusiastic style and made it look simple at the same time as well. So thank you very much for that. And we wish you all the best, whomsoever that you interact with, but I'm sure they'll be touched in one way or the other in a positive manner. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.